Hey everybody, this is Al with BobCAD. I wanted to pick up on a thread that's going on. Well, it's about the BobCAM V3, and it has to do with compensating for the cutter. If we're doing a grooving cycle here, and if I run this through, the blue geometry here is our cut model, and the gray geometry is our part model, and you can clearly see that the toolpath that's being generated is cutting right through the part. So I wanted to explain why that's happening and how you can handle that. When we went from V2 to V3 and 25 to 26, we did make some major improvements to the turning side of the software. In one particular area, it has to do with system compensation. In the past, we had compensation on or compensation off. When you had compensation off, the software didn't look at your tool geometry at all, and it just generated a cycle to machine your part, excluding any consideration of your cutter. Okay. Then we had system compensation on, and what that did was it would compensate for your cutter, but it would also do collision detection. And because of that, it could be problematic in certain situations. So when we move to V3 and the version 26, we now offer three different options here. You have off, which is not looking at the cutter at all. You have on with collision detection, and then you have on without collision detection. And really the difference between on with and on without, on with collision detection does tool nose radius compensation, and it looks at your insert to make sure that it's not going to violate your part geometry. On without collision detection does tool nose radius compensation, but does not check if your cutter is going to violate your part geometry. So if you run this on without collision detection and you calculate this, you're going to see your tool path is generated, and your tool nose radius is being compensated for. But on this side right here, you can see we're cutting right through the part just like we were in the simulation. Okay, same thing in this section here. We're going to cut right through the part. To make this adjustment, it's very simple. We just need to turn this on with collision detection. We go ahead and recompute this, and now you can see the tool path is being offset for the cutter, allowing it, or compensating or making sure that it doesn't violate your part geometry. If we run that through a simulation, you'll see we're getting the result that we're looking for now. And really, that's a real simple fix. It's just an option for your tool path. I think you'll find on a grooving cycle that may not be as much, without compensation, whether you're compensating for tool nose radius or looking at the cutter. On a grooving cycle, you definitely want to compensate for a tool nose radius, and you want to do collision checking. But in other turning cycles, you're going to find that that's a very good option. Also speeds up calculations. Some of my retracts here are off, but you'll see that we're no longer violating the part geometry, and that's really what we are looking for. You can see that we're no longer violating the part geometry, and the only material that we have left is what we had left for finishing. So if there's any questions about this or comments, feedback, reply back to the thread or the Facebook or YouTube page. Otherwise, guys, we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much.